Well, Bruce, let's jump into a look back at season 3. And like all other seasons, our guests reiterated time and time again that so many of the challenges we face in this job are similar. Hearing each of their stories reminds us in a weird way that even the hardest parts of our career bring us together as one big real estate family facing each obstacle head on, which cues us up for our first spotlight on what was no doubt the biggest challenge for most realtors in 2023, the market shift.
Episode 331, Molly LeBlanc.
You just got to do what you have to do. The concepts are the same, but seeing our numbers are down 30%, the sky is falling, but it really isn't. The concept is the same. You go out there and you do what you know is going to work. Take care of your people, do your open houses systematically. Like, you have to do things right. We redshift last year, because we knew it was coming. Gary said it was coming. It just blows my mind how many people don't listen to Gary, or go to the trainings. So we redshift as a team. We do it as a book club. We read it and we implemented them back then. And so our numbers, I think we're only down one house year over year from last year to today. But that's only because we are working harder. But there's nothing new. The same phone calls, just more of them. The same open houses, just better. People just have to want to work.
Episode 340, Tony DeCello.
Well, every time I talk to a realtor, they talk about interest rates. Well, why are you talking about interest rates? Can they or can they not make the payment? Do you have to move because you're having twins? Do you have to move because your parents are sick and you're going to move? Is your house too big and I need to downsize? I can help you with that. You know what? They don't care about interest rates. They care about what they're going to walk away with. If you live in a nice market and your parents are in a lesser market, okay, let's plan that. You're going to buy a house and you're still going to have half your equity left over. What are you going to do with it? How do I help you accomplish both things? How do I help you make the transition to be with your parents, and what do we do with the extra money? So there's so many discussions we can have. Interest rate is not one of the discussions.
Episode 305, Lance Davis.
Now that the market's turned, this is when buyers and sellers need us a lot more. I actually have a real marketing plan and real listing presentation. Like, this is when we shine, is when buyers and sellers are struggling to sell their houses. We can help them do that. And I'm excited to work with them again, versus the last couple of years, you did not need to be a very good agent to sell a house. You needed a sign out front. Sometimes you didn't even need the sign. You just need to say, I have a coming soon listing, and it would sell, Now listings are sitting a little bit. Not as many of them are coming up, and you have to go out, and I'm excited to go get my unfair share.
Episode 349, Team Dimick.
We keep a pretty decent reserve amount so we can ride the waves, and we don't live paycheck to paycheck within our business. But as far as generating business and maintaining our market share, focusing on our past client database, lead gen, calling our people, making sure that they know what's happening with the market, no fear tactic messages to our clients, making sure that we understand their financial picture and how we can help them.
Episode 309, Juan Murdoch.
You have to do the things that nobody else is willing to do. And if you do, you'll be successful. If you don't want to make phone calls, if you don't want to sit open houses, it's probably not the best thing for you. But if you're willing to do those things, it is the best thing in the world. And I learned from that crash in 2008, when it started getting good again, it left an indelible impression in my mind. When times are good, man, you put the money away. You save for a rainy day and you start preparing, because times aren't always good. And times aren't always bad.
Episode 326, Michelle Bailey.
It was May of last year when all of a sudden you went, whoa, what's going on here? We immediately told the team, cut your expenses as much as possible. Just cut, right? Like nails, forget about it. Hair, do it yourself. I'm not going to do that. But still, cut whatever you can. You need to double down. What you think you were doing before is no longer going to work. You need to do more. And I actually said to my team, if you think right now is hard, showing up right now like this is hard, go get a job right now before everyone in real estate starts leaving, goes and gets it, and you can't find one. because I'm doing you a disservice. If you're not willing to put the work in, then you're not going to survive. End of story.